Watched him on television for over 3 decades. Now he's on the radio with Steve Bruneman, Calvin Johnson, and Trey Harris. Welcome to Relationship Roundtable.
Great to have you along on this Sunday night. And just next door, we've got the finals. How about that? NCAA, the women.
Big crowd.
Big crowd indeed. So it was kind of tough to get to the radio station, but we are here and delighted to have you on board. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock tonight. So sit down, sit back, and all that good stuff, and even get you involved in the conversation a little later on. 888-787-5543 is our number, and we're going to be talking about bullying tonight. But we'll get to that in just a sec. Trey and Calvin and Steve are standing by. We've got yet a special guest as well, so we're always excited to welcome you as we continue on till 6 o'clock tonight. In the meantime, before we kick things off in our Difference Maker Corner, we're talking to an old friend, a fellow by the name of Wayne Kostrowski. And if that name sounds familiar and you're a football fan, chances are it's because you remember the taste of the NFL when that was begun. Oh, let's see, 1992. How's that sound? Super Bowl 26. Wayne is from the Wisconsin area. That's right, he's a Packers fan. What are you going to do? But in the meantime, he has moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and he is a restaurateur in the great state of Minnesota. So he, as a member of the host committee for the Super Bowl at 26 umpteen years ago, said, you know what? We've got to do something to create a great legacy. What do you think? They never knew if they were going to get the Super Bowl back again, and lo and behold, it's going to be in Minnesota next February. But in the meantime, he created Taste of the NFL. And every year, money goes to the 32 food banks in the 32 NFL cities. And since they started 26 years ago, they have raised $26 million. Did I get it all right, Wayne?
Boy, you sure got that down. And right after, I even listened even after you said old friend. Let's check some IDs here next time we're having a glass of wine together.
I've got to learn to say long-time friend. Old friend is, it's too descriptive, is it not?
That's true. But, one last thing on Taste, the Taste of the NFL. The Taste of the Cowboys is coming up in May again this year. And the Cowboys, over the last 11 years, they are the leaders in putting on a local event to benefit the North Texas Food Bank, but they're one of the teams in the of the 32 that are going to be doing an event. So watch for that coming up in May.
And that doesn't surprise you. They're number one, did it?
Well, as a Packer fan, a little surprised. Oh boy, there goes listeners.
All right. Sorry. Well, I guess that's all the time we have, Wayne. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Well, tell us now. You've done this for 26 years, and I'm most honored to serve as your master of ceremonies at that event every Super Bowl on the eve of the big game. But I tell you what, the legacy that you have created and the team that you have gathered around you over the last quarter century plus is just over the top. And now, and the reason you're here tonight is to tell us that with the Masters Championship coming up in Augusta this coming week, here we are talking about you going from the Super Bowl to the world of golf. So tell us what's happened here.
Well, there's a brand new event happening this Friday, April 7th, in Augusta at the Westlake Country Club, a very prestigious golf club there. And we're going to try to start something again like we did in 1992, but this one is called Taste of the Master Chefs. Now, in the country, there are 61 actual master chefs. So we're getting together one of those and some very highly touted chefs to join us that night. Jose Andres is leading the charge. He's an international chef, one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people, James Beard winner in many areas. It's going to be the most delicious night in Augusta. But this is going to benefit the Salvation Army of Augusta. All the proceeds, all these chefs are coming in, volunteering their time. Again, everybody's volunteering to make a difference. My concern was I've been down there a couple of times in the last 4 years, and I've wanted to start an event because there's not an event there that benefits 100% directly back into the Augusta community. And they're in the Salvation Army, there serves over 100,000 meals a year, among other services. So we wanted to find a way to put the spotlight on their great work down there locally, but also raise some dollars for them. And actually, before we hang up here, I've got a special offer just for your show. So tell me when I fire that one away. But it's going to be on Friday, April 7th. Everything points to this being a new legacy of Masters Week, and of course everyone knows, and Jim Nance has been encouraging me to do this for many years, as has the Golf Channel and other folks as well, and we finally were able to put it together. It's going to be a wonderful event on that Friday. So any listener anywhere, and your reach is great, I know that, if you're planning to come to the Masters, this is where you got hospitality all over the place. But this is where you want to be on Friday night at the Westlake Country Club.
Yeah, you've got hospitality and just a chance to make a big difference, right, in the lives of those that really need it most.
Well, and the evening closes out. I mean, we've got chefs, we've got celebrities, we've got former golfers, we've got lots of celebrities coming by and athletes of all sports. But we're going to close out the night with two incredible songwriters, Kelly Lovelace and Rivers Rutherford. You may not know those names unless you're really into the music scene in Nashville, but they've written over 20 number one hits for folks like Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley and Tim McGraw and all those guys. And they're going to do a nice little set with the songs that they wrote that made number one and Grammy-winning acclaim that they wrote, but these other guys performed. But it's going to be really pretty neat. And it's going to be a full night of, just like Taste the NFL. You're not coming for just one thing, but I'll tell you, you won't eat at a better place than that night there. Hugo Ortega was coming from Houston. We've got Steve DiFilippo coming in from Boston, who's got Davio. A lot of these chefs are James Beard winners or Food and Wine Magazine Best Chefs of the Year, et cetera. So this is quite a wonderful, intimate event. 600 people, so you're going to make sure you rub shoulders with everybody, all the celebrities and these chefs, and it's going to be a great evening, and we hope to make an impact through the Salvation Army of Augusta.
I'll tell you what, I've got to ask you this, Wayne. You and I have known each other a long time. Well, actually, I interviewed you and did a story for NBC5 here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area back in 1992 when you started Taste of the NFL, and I was most impressed with what the vision was going to be. But little did I know it would be the mission of your life and your family and so many other people that have jumped on board of your team over the years since that time. So my question to you is, after all you've done in the world of football for Taste of the NFL at the Super Bowl every year, and now you get set to go to Augusta, again, one of the high points in the world of sports, I just wondered, what is it that you cherish most about all that you've done? Certainly you've raised millions of dollars, as we said, for those that need it most. But above that, is there anything else that would come to mind that I might be surprised or our listeners might be just really a little taken back by, wow, never thought of that? Is there anything that comes to mind that really has made a difference in your life and kind of your legacy for what you started back in 92?
Well, it's going to sound trite, obvious, and cliche, but it's the relationships. I always say when you're trying to do good things, you meet great people. And, the expression, be an individual brings out the best in those around you. You wrote about that phrase, as a matter of fact, in the book that you wrote. But that's really it. I mean, if you sit on the sidelines or you sit in the crowd or you're away from activity, you're really not going to, one, experience the depth of excitement that you can when you're involved, quote-unquote, in the game. And the second is, when you're working on something that you're passionate about, and every single person you meet, if they're influenced by that, all of a sudden you have just met great people who get you all excited, and they let you know that you've got more to give, and they've got more to give, and the relationships that are built for many, many, many years. I mean, you and I go back to 1992. The only reason we connected is that this event started, and you were aware of it, and you enjoyed it, and this is just you and I just one small example. So my message to everybody is get involved. It doesn't have to be this hunger or anything else. It's keep your eyes out for what you can help, and checkbooks can stay in your pocket. It's really your heart, your soul, your talent, your strengths is what will help people most. And once you step into that realm, your life completely changes. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have been bit by this passion of hunger relief, because I would not know nearly as many fabulous people who have taught me so much in my life.
Well, I tell you what, I've not gotten a chance to meet you, and I still to this day consider you one of my best friends. So I can't thank you for all that you continue to do for so many. Before you get away, you said you had something for us. And number two, please give us a website that folks can go to. Somebody's going to be down in the Georgia area. They're going to be in Augusta. They'd like to go. How do they do that?
Check out the website. Grab a pencil and paper, because I'm going to give you a number to text to with a great offer just for your show during this time you're on today till 6. But the website is easy. It's Taste of the Master Chefs. Master is single, chefs is plural. tasteofthemasterchefs.com. All the information's on there. We still have tickets available, but look, no one's making plans at this point to, from the scratch to go down to play to enjoy the Masters. You've got your plans in place. This is what you want to adjust. If you're going to Augusta, this is where you want to be on Friday night. And here's my offer. I mean, I sound like a game show guy, so we'll cut the commercial soon here.
All right.
Take this telephone number down, or this text number, 612-237-6527. And during your show, if you can repeat that just so people missed it, 612-237-6527. If you text me before you go off the air today at 6 o'clock, anybody listening anywhere, you text me and you order a ticket, which is only $150, or if you want to be a VIP at $250, whatever ticket you order, yet you text to me on that so I can get back to that person, I'll give you a second one for free. So it's a buy one, get one for the next hour, just because it's the Scott Murray Show.
Okay.
So anybody listening anywhere, do that. 237-6527.
Got it.
Just text, tell me how to get a hold of you to return the call, and you got yourself a pair of tickets rather than just one.
Sounds like a deal. I'll tell you what, Wayne, can't thank you enough for stopping by tonight, and more importantly, all the best to your inaugural event coming up this week at Augusta at the Masters, Master Chef. We're delighted to welcome you. You're a great friend. Thanks so much, Wayne Kostrowski.
Scott, thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
You got it. All right, and we're back with more at 5:16 here on 570 KLIF.
The dishonest media